Hey, welcome to today's daily unshakable tip for you. This is day 85 of the 77-day video challenge. And today I'm talking to you about the three types of information that we should all be seeking out. And these are things that I've worked really hard to apply in my own life and have seen a lot of success with them. So that's why I'm sharing them with you today. The first type of information that you need is information that allows you to go wide. Let me explain that. So when you think about an area of expertise, something that you are good at, we can either go wide, which means you know a little bit about a lot, or you can go deep, which is the second type of information. Going wide really means giving yourself a good overview. You may not be a real big time expert in one particular area, but you know a little bit about a lot of different things. So, for example, for myself, I know a little bit about marketing. I know a lot about speaking. I know a little bit about graphic design. I know a little bit about web design. I know just a little bit about a lot of those things, but habit creation, fitness, nutrition, sleep, stress management, productivity. Those are the areas that I've gone deep. Remember, deep is the second type of information. So wide, okay, in order to run my business, I need to know a little bit about accounting and I need to know a little bit about systems and creating some of that stuff. And I need to know about marketing and web design and graphic design and some video editing. I don't need to know those things. I could hire somebody for them, but I like to have at least a cursory knowledge of those things. And so I've gone wide on those studies, but then my real area of expertise, the habits, the fitness, the nutrition, the sleep, the stress, the productivity, the relationship building, those are the things I go deep on. And for the things I'm going deep on, I'm reading books, I'm taking courses, I'm doing things like joining Stage Time University, where I can submit my videos and get feedback from other coaches, or I can actually go onto the video on the calls and get coached up by professionals. And I can do private calls with them and all those kind of things to get myself acclimated in those areas. In the fitness and nutrition, I have certifications and courses I've taken. I've worked with coaches over there. So there's all these things I've done to really amplify my knowledge in those areas. That's the area that I went deep in. So you don't need to go deep in everything. You want to have a good cursory knowledge. If you only go deep in one area and you don't have cursory knowledge around it, if you don't go wide, you're missing a lot of the information. If you only go wide and you never go deep, then you're never really an expert on anything. So you need to have both. But there is a third type of information, and it might be even more important than the first two. That is contradictory information, something that is actually different than what you believe, something that will challenge your way of thinking. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. This one is tough, especially if you are really dug into what you believe, to be able to look at what someone else says. Because let's be honest, a lot of times the information that other people put out may not be 100% accurate. And even if it is accurate, you may not necessarily agree with it all, or you may not feel like it's the best approach for you. So you have to be able to pick and choose out of that what you want. But if you can't look objectively at the information that other people provide and see where there might be some value in it, something that you can add to your existing skill set that might be able to help you to grow. If you're not able to do that, you're going to miss out on a lot of opportunities and you might end up pigeonholing yourself in. An easy example of this that we've all seen over the last few years is politics. Okay. And I'm not getting into a political conversation here, just so you know. But if you consider yourself to be a liberal or a Democrat or whatever, then more than likely you spent the last 4 years, you know, complaining and looking for every little thing you could to point out all the flaws in President Trump. Okay. And trust me, I'm not saying there aren't flaws. But again, I'm not turning this into a political conversation. On the other hand, if you consider yourself to be a true Republican or a conservative, then more than likely you ignored some of those flaws, but you were quick to point out all the flaws that you see in President Biden. You see, this is what happens when we do not objectively learn how to take contrary information and be able to utilize it. So, once again, before anybody responds angrily, I'm not supporting either one of those people. I'm also not putting either one of those people down. I'm simply pointing out that this is the impact of people becoming very narrow minded in their views and not being willing to look at an opposing viewpoint. One thing I will add to that, keep in mind that when people have an opposing viewpoint to you, more than likely than not, it's not that they haven't done their research. It's not that they're stupid. It's that they simply are coming at a problem, either a different problem or the same problem from a different angle than what you might approach it. And therefore, you have a difference in perspective on how it needs to actually be taken care of. But at the end of the day, if you actually talk to people, you try to understand their point of view and they try to understand yours, compromise can be found. But in terms of your own personal growth, never be afraid to look at something. When I have clients who tell me they want to try keto or paleo or some other diet, now, for those of you who know me, I don't really subscribe to any particular diet, but I also try to stay open minded. I will actually help the client to try that out. It might be a great fit for them. So I help them to try it out because I'd rather them do it with my help so that I know they're doing it at least effectively, that they're doing it safely, as opposed to trying to figure it out on their own or listening to random people on the internet. And in doing so, I'm able to help that person in a way that actually fits for them. So those are the three types of information. So, are you going wide and learning as much as you can about different subjects? Are you going deep and really maximizing your area of expertise? And finally, are you actively seeking out different opinions that might open up your thinking? If you're not, I might suggest that you consider it because it will help you to grow and it will help you to become unshakable. Now, real quick, I do want to throw on that I am going to be launching another round of the 5-day Habit Creator Challenge. But what I want to do is something special. I'm looking for about 10 people to actually do this one. And what I'm going to ask is that you put down the $97 up front. But if you complete the entire 5 days, and you give me feedback on it, I'm going to refund you the $97. So for 10 people, this is going to be completely free. We're going to probably do it sometime towards the end of April, beginning of May. I've got some other stuff going on right now, but that's when we're looking at launching it. And I just want to get some people in so that I can make some tweaks to the program and get some feedback from them. So if you're interested in doing that, you can comment below the video or send me a private message on Facebook and we can talk about that. And I can let you know exactly what you need to do to make that happen. And I will confirm for you the dates once I have those set. So that is it for today. I will see y'all back tomorrow with another one of our unshakable daily tips.